Thank you for purchasing the flare boxes. So today I'm going to show you how to put them in the van. They're always sold in pairs of 2s, but we're just going to show you on one today. They're going to come assembled like this. The first step we're going to do is we got to pop 2 clip nuts in the top. So let's do that real quick. These will go in from the bottom. And pop those guys in. 1 and 2. So once you have those in, you could take your piece of wood here that just simply goes on top, and then all your supply bolts, either a 4mm or a 5/32 will get you going with these into the clip nuts. You can start them with the drill, but we always recommend hand tightening them so you don't strip out the clip nut. So now we got those started. There is a bit of wiggle room back and forth here on the wood, so you can kind of line it up with the face and get it just perfect. We'll come back with our wrench and we'll just tighten all these down. So we'll make you watch all this, we'll fast forward. In the last step before we go into the van, these latches here, they do lock, so they will come with a key so you can lock them. And on the back side, you have this adjustment here. And basically you can twist this guy in or out, and that'll set the preload back here on the metal. So you kind of want to just twist this until you feel like it engages, that door doesn't move at all. And then once you're happy with where it's set, you can grab your wrench. This happens to be a 5/16, and you can spin the lock nut back here, back, and lock that down. And now this guy can't move anywhere, and your tension is set nice and perfect. Next step, you have 3 Phillips head screws here, and we're just going to pull those out before we put our flare box in. Now we got the flare box set in, and you'll see that there are slots on the inside here, and we actually provide, I have them in my pocket, 3 washers. So on the factory screws, if you don't drop them, just put your washers on there, and that'll just give you a little more purchase on the actual slots here. So the longer ones are on the outside, and the shorter guy goes in the middle. So just get those started. And you can kind of see here, you got a bunch of wiggle room to, you know, how you want this to actually sit on here. I like to have it, you know, just barely sub flush of where the plastic starts to round. So that looks pretty good. And you should have a gap all the way around the outside up here. That's totally fine. So just kind of get it centered up where you like it, and then you can go ahead and tighten these screws down. And that's all there is to installing the flare box. Super simple, 3 screws, and it holds on there. You can close this guy up. I forgot to mention, but there is an optional 2 holes here in the front. So if you find that this thing is a little wobbly, or you do a ton of off-roading and you want this thing to be super locked in and secure, you can go ahead and put 2 screws into this wall. It's the same screws, you know, that all the plastic is held onto with, and it'll make this really, really sturdy if you do a lot of off-roading. And the process is exactly the same on the other side here. So just step and repeat this, and your flare box will be installed. Thanks guys, see ya.